What's really going on out here? Where will we go if we here right now? What's gonna happen in 10 years? Where will we be? Hugs and love. Y'all be blessed to J.
Nah, let me tell you where we're gonna be. We're gonna be worse off than we've ever been.
All right, welcome back to the channel, family. In this video, we're reacting to Anton Daniels reacting to what happened in Houston at the Houston Rodeo and how certain women dress a certain way.
Because there are no limits to what people will do for attention. So when you see these women and you see these people walking around and they doing this at the Houston Rodeo, which to my understanding, this was originally supposed to be like a family-friendly event, meaning that you should be able to bring your children without having to worry about them seeing stuff that they would usually see on TV or on the internet or the internet on some unscrupulous site. It's the same thing when it came to Magic City with the NBA. It's like, I thought that the NBA branded itself and sports teams branded themselves as family friendly and for everybody. That's how they market themselves. So now, not only can I not watch anything without seeing it gay on TV, I can't take my kid anywhere where it could be safe for the whole family.
And the fact that he says we, knowing goodness well he doesn't give a damn about the black community, the black culture. Because if he did, he wouldn't pick and choose specific incidents to highlight. Because you can go to many public events and see women in Daisy Dukes. A matter of fact, a white woman made them popular. And you can't get more popular than being on a primetime show in tight shorts. My point is, I've seen other women, non-black women, at NASCAR events, at carnivals, half naked. And those were family events too. But like anything else, when black people do it, now it's an issue, especially with Anton. He turns the conversation into about black women in general, when in reality, this has nothing to do with black women. This is a modern culture thing. Now, do I think women should be dressed all scantily at public places? No, I do not. But him acting like he's concerned for the children, this is all about a money grab for him. That's why he wear the bag chaser's hat, because he's chasing that bag, and he know you can get paid a lot of money by putting black people down. The internet is full of these guys.
You know, and I'm not even tripping about the women dressing promiscuous. Yeah, whatever. Do whatever you want to do and dress promiscuous, because that's not going to stop guys from slotting you a certain way, right? We were reviewing Tupac's movies, but neither here nor there. We were having a conversation on Room 9, and we were talking about poetic justice. And I said, you know, I looked at Janet Jackson, and you can tell she was bad, even though she had on baggy jeans. And your jeans don't have to be baggy. I'm just saying that a pretty woman is going to be a pretty woman, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, no matter what you wear. You can wear something that is very appropriate for the occasion. Or if you're just going out to a certain space that is family friendly, you can do so. And guess what? You're still going to be bad. You're just not going to look like a piece of trash. But then women will get mad and they'll say that guys are not supposed to objectify them, or why are you looking at their butt?
See, one minute he's saying it's about culture, the next he's letting you know women, Western women, this is a Western women problem. A lot of them dress this way. And I get where he's coming from. I always do. But when these people pick and choose what they want to speak on in terms of the culture, see, my issue is he put black culture in his title. It's unnecessary. You don't have to do that. You can talk about this. Call it modern culture. That's what you need to do. Stop being a mouthpiece for the power structure.
What do you mean? That's the type of attention that you put out there because you wanted that visibility. Do you think that you're going to get a guy that actually cares anything about you, because those are the type of guys that you attract? That's the type of eyes that you wanted to, put out there. And so now you out there, and what you expect, you're going to get the thing that you putting out. You are what you attract. So you are trash, and you're going to get trash. And again, I'm not telling people that they can't do it. I'm just telling you that guys slot you a certain way when you do it. And so you can't then complain about the results when that's the type of energy you put out there.
And I do agree with that. You can't complain if you're attracting a certain type of person. I understand that. But all these young women are doing it. of every ethnic background. I remember years ago, my youngest daughter, she wanted to get some tattoos. I said, I have nothing against tattoos. I said, you're going to have to wait till you're 18. Because I explained to her, if you get tattoos, that will attract a different type of person to you. Matter of fact, when she turned 18, she still had it on her mind. And I said, why don't you put some fake tattoos on for about a week and walk around with them? She came back and changed her mind.
People are literally going from out of state down into Houston, not only for spring break, but for rodeo. And they look like this. And we are already over sexualized. We don't know how to move within the culture. And then when somebody finally calls it out, then they a hater or anything like that. And again, I don't think it got nothing to do with being a hater. It's just like, it's a time and a place for everything. Maybe it just may not be the time for you to be dressing like a hoe out in the streets for everybody to see. That's all I'm saying.
You're a hater because you always focusing on the negativity. We don't need you to be adding to the problems. We don't. You and Black MAGA, that's all you guys do is add to the situations. You start generalizing people for no fucking reason. Most black people are hardworking. Most black people are normal people. Because I know a lot of young black women do not dress like that. I guarantee you at the Houston Rodeo, the majority of black women were not dressed like that. They wasn't. And that's my issue because statistically, socially, we have to get away from focusing on what a small group of people do and lumping all of us in there for money. You're doing what the mainstream media used to do. Well, still do. I get it. People acting wild in public. But that is a subculture of the black community. That's not the black community. That's not black culture. It's a subculture. Just like when they do a subculture, they'll say white trash or they're from the trailer park.
That's how messed up in the mind y'all are. Get y'all ass out of Houston, you untrained ass orangutans. Get your asses out of here.
People are, I remember there was a time where people would say you was a Karen, right? White people were Karens if they were offended by people that were doing ghetto things in their neighborhood or at an event or anything like that. And if you said something about it, then you basically are racist or anything.
What is wrong with him? That is not why people got called racist. And this is why you know he doesn't do this in good faith. And he's not trying to help black people. Most of those Karen stories had nothing to do with ghetto behavior. They were about situations where black people were being unfairly treated, unfairly targeted, like trying to enter their own apartment. And some lady would stop them and ask them, do you live there? Other people don't go through that. Or having the police called on you for just walking your dog. What is wrong with this man? No, these people were targeting black people for no reason other than their skin because of fear and entitlement and thinking they have authority over other people. But people like him, they're the worst kind of people. They're the worst. And I'm not like one of these all black power this and revolutionary this. I get along with everybody, co-workers and everybody, except in Southern California. Y'all know I have to throw that dig. But this is about the images Black MAGA helped push to the forefront of the community. They're doing worse things than what the media does. And I don't not understand why they can't see that. Can you guys tell me why they can't see that?
Now you have other black people that are coming out and saying, we fatigued. We don't want to continue to see your ass through your jeans. We've seen that all on the internet. We've seen it on Instagram. We've seen it in every arena that you can think on. We've seen it, through the unscrupulous sites. We've seen it all. We've seen it all. And it's not cute. And a lot of them is they just don't have no home training. They weren't raised by a two-parent household. They're walking out and they're an embarrassment to their family, and they don't care anything about pride. They don't care anything about respect, and they weren't raised to be that way. And so it starts at home, and you can see it in our schools. Add on top of that what you see people traveling to and being like when they go to certain places. It's like they don't even keep it G in the places that they're supposed to be at. Now they have to expand their horizons to affect everybody else's sight that don't necessarily want to see all of y'all out in the streets. And it's already ghetto. It's already toe up. People getting shot. I heard people getting shot at Daytona Beach. It's bad. It's bad. Let me know what y'all think.
As my boy Cameron said and paid in full, people get shot every day, B. No, it's not funny. But a man shot his family over a football game. Come on now. A white woman just was convicted of killing her husband for insurance money. White people kill each other every day, B. And it never gets lumped into all this one culture thing. I say it in every video because I've learned from them that you got to keep saying stuff until it goes through. But it doesn't represent white culture. And that's the difference. That is the big difference. When a person is white, it gets treated as an individual case, an isolated incident, a personal failure, a troubled individual. But when the person is black, suddenly it becomes a reflection of an entire group because people like him, he is here to contribute to people confirmation bias. He is doing what the mainstream media did to black people for years. Selective framing, highlighting certain situations that fits their narrative. And like I said, I do think a lot of these young women should cover up. Some of them shouldn't dress the way they dress at those public events. But a lot of women are doing this today. This is a modern issue. And even if it's a lot of black women, it's still a modern issue. You know how many black women throughout history didn't dress like that? So you can't say it's a black thing when black women in history didn't do it. You have to say it's a modern thing. And stop picking on black people. Especially if you don't understand the whole context and what the media did. Their contribution, I'm not blaming the media, but they made a serious contribution. And I know it starts with parenting. But what the media did to the psyche of black people, especially the ones who only had one parent, there's going to be a serious case study down the road, folks. There will be a serious case study on the media and black people. Trust me. All right, that's it for this video. That was the breakdown. All you hardworking black people out there, keep working hard. That's all you can do.
Broke it down to its very last comma now.